what he weighs hard. They look particularly deadbeat, permanently pale. Sees him picks up his butcher now, waves it at the jail, and the kid says, hey, I ain't got no dough, man, I just want the motion. I said, don't look at me, cause he was looking my way. Sees some wings, some long hands, some juices, some green. That kid walks over and puts a quarter. The pinball machine, he said, come on, Cecil, give me $1. Come on, Cecil, give me $5. I'm in a halfway house on a one-way street, putting out a quarter left past the
Hi, my name is Jonna Coons, and I'd like to welcome you to our show tonight, Voices on the Wind. We have a special guest tonight. Louise Harvey is my guest, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of things that Louise does. Is it iridology? Is that how you say it, or is it iridology?
Iridology is how I say it.
Iridology. Okay, Louise. Well, that's one of the things we're going to focus on tonight.
There's two colors. Here you have a kind of a brown over a blue, and when an eye turns green or yellow, then that indicates that there's a toxic buildup, and there's probably the liver that needs to be some work done to it. And once again, you can see here there's a lot of toxicity and a lot of tension in this whole stomach ring, and the autonomic nervous system is on high gear. You can see all these nerve rings around here. Now, people that I see these in, they're very intuitive. They're very psychic, and they pick up all kinds of messages when these are clean. So this is not necessarily a bad sign, but it's a sign that these people need to protect themselves, shield themselves from all the kinds of things that go on out in the world, from the air we breathe and the water we drink, the food we eat, and other people's negative stuff that they put out for us. So this person is a very, very sensitive person who is also has many health problems here, and we would start working with the digestive system and the nervous system here primarily to try to bring this person back into balance.
Now this eye, as you can see, it has a pretty close iris fibers in this area here, decent constitution. But you can see there's a waviness in the iris fibers here. This is a large lesion. It's not gone to the super serious state yet or anything like this. But you can see from these different lesions that there's a lot of weakness in the tissue areas. Now, perhaps a good example of what we inherit from mom and dad. Inherited weaknesses basically from mom and dad. Right here, we're just lighter colored, generally an inherited lesion is just about 1 shade darker than the normal color of the iris. So if this were considerably lighter here, perhaps something like that would be a good example of an inherited weakness, something you inherited from mom and dad, regardless of what area that's in. Oftentimes these are passed down genetically. So this would be a pretty good example right here of an inherited weakness.
I realize you're seeing someone new. I don't believe she knows you like I do. Your temperamental moody side, the one you always try to hide from me. But I know when you have something on your mind, you've been trying to tell me for the longest time. But before you break my heart in two, there's something I've been trying to say to you. But the words get in the way. There's so much I have to say.
This is Carla Fox's beautiful hand, and just so that we can lay some basic lines down to you, this right here is the heart line. This right here would be the head line. This right here is the line, or the line of life, or the lifeline. And this right here, starting way up here on Carla, very dynamic destiny or line of fate, and she has 2 lines of fate. This here would be, right, that's not a line of health, is it?
Well, that's her headline going down. She's very sentimental kind of girl.
What? Her headline, this right here? I'm talking about this line coming down here.
That's her health line.
You know, this, and this would be the line of health right here. These would be the relationship lines, right here. They come across here. This right here are the children or the offspring, or the younger people that actually, sometimes being a teacher, a lot of lines show up in this spot, so it's really hard to tell what is children and what is just a heavy influence. And that would be the basic lines.
But I know when you have something on your mind, you've been trying to tell me for the longest time. But before you break my heart in two, there's something I've been trying to say to you. But the words get in the way. There's so much I have to say.
It's all part of the process. It's not an easy process, is it,
No,
Carla?
it isn't. And that's another thing I want to emphasize, that it is a choice. I have heard people say, oh, it doesn't matter, we're ascending while we're sleeping, or it'll happen automatically, or the whole earth is ascending and everyone's going to
Go with it.
go together. I kind of don't think so. It is hard work. It may mean some drastic changes in your life. And it is a choice. At this point, I don't know how much of humanity is going to make that choice.
I do believe that more and more people are becoming aware and coming in, like asking for questions and
Yes.
and wanting to try to know more and do more about it. I really believe that. I've
Good.
seen an upswing in that as
Right.
far as,
Yeah.
you know, where I...
And you're the one who interacts with everybody, so you would know.
Well, it's very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I love it. But underlying all the other things I do spiritually is ascension. This is the basis. It's what's happening irregardless of a person's spiritual path.
And it's become quite a big part of your life path. And
Yes.
it's nice that you've chosen to help others, you know, by sharing your knowledge of it. It's very important. How about, so then how would you say would be the best way for a person on a day-to-day basis start the ascension process?
Okay. Well, besides the intending, and like I said before, there are 2 key times of day to intend.
Okay.
The first one is just as you're waking up, when you're kind of in a half asleep state. You can intend for your day. You can intend to clear all karma with everyone you meet. You can intend to have patterns you need to work on be shown to you so that you can clear them easily and gracefully. Anything that you would like to intend for your day, do that just as you're waking up, because that's when you have the power. That's the time before the mental body kicks in with, oh, I should do this and I should do that. I need to do this and that and that. That kind of, then when you're intending from that point, it's a little bit harder because the mind is cranking away. And then before you fall asleep, which sometimes can be hard to do if you tend to get in bed and fall right asleep and forget to do your intending.
Right.
So we did a little something in our class.
The jungle gym? Are you going to share that? or
no, the anchor.
Oh, the anchor.
No,
okay.
no, the brain gym.
The brain gym. I mean, I call it the jungle gym, the brain gym.
The anchor.
I do like the brain gym, though, too.
Well, we'll keep doing that one.
Yeah, that was a good way to connect with all this craziness that goes on around us. Stay grounded.
But what we did with the anchor, and this is a neuro-linguistic programming technique, is to use anchors. Everyone in the class brought a
mine was a smoky quartz
object they wanted to sleep with in bed. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I'll confess to everybody, I chose a smoky quartz crystal.
Preferably something without a lot of sharp edges, right?
Right.
And preferably something of stone or crystal, because that holds the vibration the best.
It doesn't talk back. I mean, not in such a sense.
Yes. Well, who knows? One of these days you may get in bed and your stone will say something to you.
Where the hell are we going?
We're getting there.
What we did was we set up the energetics that we wanted to work on every night, making sure we're grounded, connected to our source, and any variety of other things that we wanted to do, standard thing, clearing karma, contracts and agreements, integrating the unconscious, all of that. And embodied that. Everyone in the class embodied their variety of what they wanted to do, and then we each held our stone and put that vibration into the stone. And that's what's called anchoring. Then you just put that stone in bed with you, not on the nightstand. It's got to be in bed, so that when you get into bed, you feel it and you hold it, and boom, that puts you right in that state.
Well, yeah, because you've put the intention right there, and it's clear, and it just reminds you, it connects you.
Yes. Yeah.
It works.
And it works. I grab mine every night.
I grab mine too.
It works like a charm.
This is a good place to take a break, I think, Frank. It always comes to this point where it's a great place to hope you enjoyed that entertainment that we had. Carla and I had to take a break there. We were having such a good time giggling and laughing that we had to go take a break there. And at this time, I'd